Bernie, he was gonna remodel this house. And Slim and I was gonna rewire it, so I crawled up under this oak beams in there, a good 24 inches over this
Oh,
thing.
yeah. But you know, when they first sold this place, if they would have kept it up then,
Yeah.
it was a good place.
But see, in the 70s, of course, it still was in good shape. There was a bunch coming in from Tennessee over the plant, was helping us erect machinery. Well, they moved the families. The Hudgens family moved in here, and the family moved, because they Lily owned the house down here. And they had 3 children. We got hooked up with them with the kids ours. And that gal you talking about could cook.
Oh, yeah.
Mountain cooking.
Oh.
That's the first time I ever had milk gravy, but I hid up here on Sunday morning. She had milk gravy, and her husband, she would fix his coffee, put sugar in it, and stir it. And then he'd taste it, and she'd ask him, was it all right?
Yeah.
Well, 10 years later, he left her. And I run up on him a couple of years after that. I said, I ought to shoot you. As pretty as she was, or it probably still is, and the way she waited on, she tied damn shoes.
Damn.
And I said, and you left her. I said, yeah.
But when Raymond Gregory would come here from New York, he'd come here and rent a car. That was where he stayed in this room in here. Hey, I was sitting there in the morning.
Whose room is this? Sydney's the roof's probably getting bad on it. The floors are good and solid. It feels good old wood probably still.
The old linoleum.
Yeah, it's still on there. Oh, isn't it neat? Isn't this cool?
Almost, they were all fireplaces too, didn't
They
they?
were on fireplace in this room.
No, but it's still, that's the fireplace back in there, though. But you can see where
I
they,
don't remember that bathroom.
somebody closed
The
it.
one downstairs, they said the only thing he ever got for problems was a Popeye, and he said he wound it up and walked up to the fireplace and burned it.
Burn it up right there.
I don't never remember that bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom has been here ever since I can remember.
Yeah, it was here.
Grandma slept in here.
Granddaddy's in them room.
Granddad slept back there. And there was a bed right there by the window I slept in.
I can remember.
I don't remember the bathroom.
I don't know if it was tub in there, and I don't time, but it's been there ever since I can remember.
That's where the old gas tank tub right there, I think you lose 500 pounds.
I can remember falling through that well, the time when the boulder broke.
This was Granddaddy's room.
What is
This is Granddaddy's room, yeah.
Now, did your granddaddy have slaves?
Yeah, he had 2 families of them.
Where did they live? Back here in these.
One of them lived across the street over here, and the other one lived all the way back over here, so across the field, and it's a pond down there with a spring where we got all that water from. We took buckets of water
Really?
from the spring, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this was Dallas' room right here. I don't think Grandma ever slept with him that I know of. I never seen them sleep together. But I remember her, yeah, her room was in here. But when she walk up the stairs, she'd undo her hair and shake it like that. And her hair would go all the way down to her ankles back here.
And most of the older people, you know, they didn't sleep together.
I think it's a good thing. Hey,
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing when a man and woman don't sleep together. You know, when they do, they're gonna handle something good
Well,
forward.
that's right.
Especially at 12 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, he probably said his damn time to quit sleeping together, yeah.
I mean, he didn't want to make it 13, make it a dozen. Well, the youngest, there was 12 in the family, but one of them was born dead. And that's the first one hit the cemetery up here.
Okay, all right.
It was 12 in the family.
Yeah, it would have been 13 though.
Yeah, it would have been 13,
Yeah.
probably what it is.
For sure.
No, this house is not as bad as I thought it was.
No, it can be fixed up. It'd take money, but it,
Oh,
you know, it could be fixed up. They are, see up in the cemetery, this end is all y'all's Gregorys. And the other end of the cemetery is my Gregorys, I reckon you call it, you know. Yeah. See, Buster Dallas, it starts right there behind this building that's this way. All of Mr. Dallas, as a matter of fact, Mr. Dallas' daddy and mama. His dad was married twice. But all of them are buried this way, and then about halfway up the church is where it starts with my great uncles, and which would be y'all's, whatever.
Somewhere in that line, there you go.
But my dad is the last one when you get up there on the road. He's right there on the side of the road.
Yeah. These call it Gregorys 7 Oaks, but I think
Yeah.
they don't, hey, and that's a well hook down there. I never seen that well again.
That's a new well that,
Is it?
they had to dig.
Oh.
The other well is back here.
Uh-huh.
At the,
Oh, yeah, straight right
yeah,
here,
that's
walk in the
straight
door.
down, yeah.
I'm on one time, they had just boards over it.
Yeah.
And I walked in there on and that fell through and down in that thing.
We're there.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I've told her to mend you a bucket of water when I lived with James,
Yeah.
Emma and Gregory,
Yeah.
Larry and Charles. We used to take turns to go down to the creek,
To the
down
creek.
to the spring,
Spring
and
down
bring
there,
out
yeah.
buckets of water.
Yeah.
My mama Sam, that strong
Yeah,
black man,
yeah.
he could take 2 buckets of water and hold them up like
Yeah.
this.
And walk
Walk
away.
all the way up to the house with them buckets
Yeah.
of water and never drop down none.
And you know, Sam's grandson was the Michael Tucker that plays baseball,
Oh, yeah?
and Sam's son, which one was that? Calvin. That was the
Calvin, he
one.
was the oldest one.
That was the one that got killed in Richmond. What's been there 5 years ago when they had that right at Christmas? You know, it was somebody. Well, they finally caught him, but he killed like 3 families.
Oh, yeah, the Blythe.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it
It
Blythe?
was Calvin and Percy.
Mm-hmm.
Percy, I think, was the one that got killed in that bunch. And come find it, it was
Well, you know,
some of his.
Sam lived over here on this side, and
Yeah.
Cleet lived
Cleet,
over
yeah,
here on the
yeah.
other side.
Yeah, Cleet and they got big buddies, but I'm gonna tell you what's true there. That Cleet was a trip.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. But I tell you what though, they was some workers.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Well, they got to be 100% Gregory. Listen.
That toilet is still there.
What is it, Cindy? It's a lizard.
Yeah.
Dig. I thought it was dirt, and I looked at it, I thought, oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, he's petrified.
That picture there.
You want him, Cindy?
Oh my gosh. That is neat.
You want him?
He's perfect.
Take him on with you. He will never change.
Well, put it in.
Give him here. I'll take him for down there for you. Hand him here. Yeah, I'll take him for you.
Oh, what a souvenir.
He might be careful, but he might break, but he
Yeah,
don't.
he's a little fragile.
Oh, wow.
Take him
Poor
to
little
get you
fella.
some polyurethane.
You get him, Jeff?
No, I got him.
Brush it on, should do-
Yeah.
Good question.
I tell you what, this is gonna treat me up.
brush it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, lightly. Right.
Every year we come out here, we want to get in this pass.
It's you.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, Sonny, you know, when he gave me his phone number and everything, he didn't hesitate 1 minute. He's right back with me and said, y'all welcome to come.
Yeah.
Give me a day ahead of time notice.
Yeah.
And I said, well, appreciate if you let Eddie have a key. He said they didn't have one key, I think.
That's all. I looked in the box this morning with one of them hit his name but one.
Uh-huh.
So if they lose that, I keep the door there. And I
Look here, this heater right here, I don't think that's been used, has it? Oh, that be dog, that's a gas propane heater. This is my bedroom here.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is where I was staying when I was just a little baby
Stayed in some
kid.
room up here one time.
I know one time a wall stung me when I was up here and I hollered, oh, come on. And she took some water in the back and wetted it and stuck it right on it. When they stung me at,
Oh, yeah?
they fixed me right up.
Tobacco?
Yeah, wet tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
She wetted up some, you know, because we kept
Yeah.
like sticks of tobacco and stuff all
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You know, we had plenty of tobacco.
Yeah.
And she just wetted some tobacco and put it right on me.
That's an old butter churn, isn't it?
Where's that at? Oh, yeah. Hey, I've had been made to sit there and work that thing in the evenings. When I come in, when I was young,
Uh-huh.
you pump that thing until the milk turns to butter.
Uh-huh.
Till it gets buttermilk and then he makes butter out of it.
I like buttermilk.
Yep. Thing's got a round, it's got a round thing in the bottom of it that works perfect up and down that thing. Yeah, we hey, used to make homemade ice cream, but that was some good stuff too. You had a handle and you crank it.
Sit down.
Yeah, that's some good ice cream.
Making a video, right? Will you be able to watch it?
Well, that don't hurt bad. You look at the back of this thing. This thing just is great.
You know, Granddaddy, Charles and myself, we've been in the original Gregory house.
Yeah, and it ain't nothing left but the chimney on that.
The
now.
chimney.
Yeah,
I have been all over that
That
house.
was
before they built
that was a pretty old house.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
cabin,
But
really.
you know, he done good to come up here and build his house. I don't know how many people he had to help him or
I don't
whatever,
know either.
but it's
And
sitting on rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know really don't know when it was built, to tell you the truth, but it was been, I would say it was built late,
Probably the first, late 1800s.
late 1800, in the 1890s, or
1890s.
turn of the
Yeah,
century,
that's
something
what
like
I
that.
figured, same thing.
But see, the Spains used to own this farm,
Yeah.
and some reason or another they sold it, because most of Dallas's place, or the old DC's place, was up there where Bill, you know, the fence line up yonder was
Yeah.
lying on it. They sold it. That cemetery that's up on the hill from me, my step would be my step great granddaddy, done the auctioneering. And for the auctioneering, he had it put in the deed that he could have a spot for a family burial.
Right, family plot.
And that's how that cemetery plot. As a matter of fact, I don't know, that's where I want to be buried. We cremated, take post over there, dig a damn hole in the ground,
Look, yeah,
Yeah.
sprinkle you around some tobacco.
and make a sprinkle me around a little something, you know.
But I think that old tree that fell right there is one granted in the 700, and something's gonna come up. And Grandma told us, Dallas, come on in the house now, and just as soon as he got up from under that chair, walked up on the porch, lightning struck that tree. Struck it
See,
right there.
that happened to the old fellow that built the house I'm in, the cabin part of it. He was down at the Clavins, next to Finchley. And they would go down, they went to church at Liberty. You ride the buggy down and you stop by his sisters and have lunch. And
Had
then
this
come
thing
home,
cooler this whole house.
thundercloud come over and it left and he walked inside to see what was going on. Lightning struck the tree and killed him. So that house, they cut all the trees away from around it, and the only thing they had the house is that magnolia tree. And I don't know whether they planted that afterwards or what.
You know, I was laying bricks and everybody knocked off early one day and everybody went fishing.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine, I wasn't there at the time, but they was down there fishing at Falling Creek, and a freak storm come up and struck and hit one of them it was a young boy that was out there with him.
Yeah.
It went in the top of his head and blew the bottom of his
But
feet.
I've heard
And
people
it
say do that, yeah.
Kill him dead as a hammer. Every time a cloud would come up, my buddy Clifton Lee, he would drop his trail right then and take off, and he was gone. Yeah. You want Clifton Lee, don't you?
I've had it a couple of times to make my hair stand up. That was close enough for me.
Oh man,
I mean, it'll stand it up just like somebody done it.
I tell you what, I had the hit wings so close one time. I was up at Mitchell's store, back there when I had that little camper living behind it.
Yeah.
Lightning struck and went over the top of my head, Eddie Gregorys. No higher than that door from the top of my head. And I'm gonna tell you something. It sent cold chills and shivered me all
Yeah, I thought there'd be $20 in here.
over. But it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
$20.
Hey, that probably wrong with Sonny when he took his $1 million.
You know,
It's cool down
when,
there.
when Betty and I first got married, we bought a used house trailer. Home, what do you want to call it? Well, old Sonny was in from Korea, and the water heater went out. And I was like, ain't this a mess? I ain't even got it. I think the water heater was like $25. I said, I got it. So anyway, Sonny's down there with me. We changed the water heater. They had to take the cabinet and all that down. Pulled the water heater out, and it was an old pocketbook laying. Billfold laying up in there. So I said, well, there whoever was building this must change pocketbooks and throwed it up in there. He said, well, y'all look in it. I opened that thing over, a $20 bill folded up in it. And I said, well, I will be there. So I had enough money then to buy my.
Who's deep freezing this?
That's one Jerry had in all of us.
Jared was dead for years and years, man.
Yeah. That's deal meat in there. I guess Diana's for stuff she done froze. Yeah, see, Jerry.
I used to run around with Jared right
This was Jerry's sugar shack right here.
Was it?
Yeah, didn't many people realize that, but he had that room right there fixed up.
Yeah.
Had his
Bringing girls.
had a refrigerator and everything, you know, and that's where the danger construction zone sign there that come from.
Oh yeah.
And he could pull around there and put his truck up in that. Well, that old shed that was out there. Nobody never knew it was there. They had the windows. He had black plastic over that door, and what was it? These two windows. So when they turned the lights on, we couldn't tell nobody was in here.
But this room here had a fireplace in it, and that's when they did, they wound that pop out, and he said he walked up in there.
Walk up in that
Yeah,
fireplace.
burn up. It's the only thing he ever got for Christmas.
I heard him tell that story.
Yeah. But the only somebody I don't want to stay in this room is Grandma. And that's when she got sick.
That, yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
They fixed
They
that
had
room
to
up
move her
special for her.
downstairs,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's been nice being,
Oh, yeah.
been many years since I've been in here. I like to turn back the clock.
See,
Yeah.
that old, it's like that, them fixtures right there, that's an old knob and tube wiring.
That thing is just probably 150 years old.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure they probably, back then,
Back
like
then,
that, they run it, they had a, what they call the, well, I'm damn. Anyway, so you had your own little generator that generated
Yeah.
and charged batteries up, and that run your lights.
But you want to
Yeah,
get more
okay,
locks?
now,
Hey,
what makes you do that?
all the keys was made just about like for them kind
Yeah,
of locks right there.
yeah.
Old
But
long
you-
key with a big key.
Yeah, you could buy a skeleton key with unlock every one of them.
Every one of
you
them
know.
when I do it. Yeah.
Wow, that's scary.
And that was the best they had of locks at the time.
And you know, you can buy these things new now, it's about $150 a piece.
My best so, yeah. Yeah.
And you know, used to, they take when one got bad, they keep that knob right there, they put it in the hen desk. That start the hen to laying eggs, you know,
yeah.
and they,
Well, Great Lady had a desk that he had was right here in this corner.
okay, up in here.
Right here in this
I
corner.
wonder what happened to all of that furniture, you know?
I ain't got.
I reckon they sold it when they had the sale.
I think
Don't
everything was sold off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know on a piece of paper I got that. Who you give me that piece of paper? What the Gregorys farm that was sold? The auction.
Yeah.
They told on the auction who bought what and different
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
And,
I was here, but I don't remember who. I know,
I was surprised that Raymond didn't buy it, but I can understand too.
yeah,
him
he
being-
did.
being so far
Well, you know,
away.
it would have brought a whole lot less if it had been for Raymond. Raymond, when it was hitting like around $30,000, which back then was still, you
Like a
know,
little
in
chunk of
'69, that was a good little chunk of change. And Raymond said, "I will be damned if I let it go for that." And he hit it 39,000, and then Murtis hit it 40, and he bought it for 40,000.
Hey, you might know Murdoch's gonna get it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his whole farm joined it too, so
Yeah.
he had a lot there.
But I think there's been a million meal cooked back in here.
Oh Lord, the kitchen table sits right here. Exactly right there where the kitchen table sit at. Yeah.
Lemonade, you have lemonade on the porch.
I mean, eat a can of them every day. Open that can.
I see somebody doing some welding, was.
Yeah, I
Welding
don't know.
drawers and left the hat in behind.
With this road through here, it goes over Hansford Road. Well, when you went down the creek and come up on the hill and that old big house on the left, across from that, there was a little place called Hansford. And it was a big old store there which just fell down the last 10, 12 years. There was a post office there, too. Mr. Dallas said that his mama, because they was living over here, told him to walk over to the store and ask Mr. Hansford what she could trade him for a new slop pot. Slop jar, you know, where you carry it up, and they had another name for them too, but they had a little lid on the way you use it. He told her a pound of butter. So he said, I walked all the way back home, told Mama, said she took wax paper, and wrapped up a pound of butter, and he had let me bring the slop jar home. And said, I put it in the slop jar, put the lid on top of it, so it wouldn't get dirty. Towed it all the way back over there, and the old man wouldn't take it. So he brought it back in a slop jar. Said, you can carry that whole thing back home, tell your mama to send me another pound of butter. He says, so I walked all the way back home. Said, Mama took that pound out and put a piece of newspaper around the wax paper and wrapped it up, and I toted it back over there in my hands and give it to him. He didn't have no difference.
Same one.
Same one, we had 5 trips over a slop jar and a pound of butter.
But yeah, I can remember Daddy said one time he wanted to go to school, and said Grandma took a stick of firewood and beat the cut. He was good with it. He said the last time he said he won't want to
Good
go.
going anyway.
He said you go to school and they would take a brown paper bag and cut it up,
Yeah,
and that's what they wrap the sandwiches up.
yeah, yeah.
Carry that to work with. There's probably some water still down in there spring in it.
You know, I don't know.
Huh?
Do you want to sit him inside the car so you don't have to carry him around? There's a lizard crawling right there.
Oh. Now I tell you one thing. She says it's a lizard crawling around right now. Look, this might be